Welcome back to Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Trilogy, where in the last video we was going around trying to find more information about this case. So we found a new person. His name is Ken Dingley. He was in a wheelchair. He had lost his leg due to an incident happened. We're trying to help his little brother. And so now I believe the next step is we are going to the court and find out who we're going to cross-examine. I'm pretty sure it's Ken Dingley, but what else we can find, hopefully we can take him down and hopefully we can free our client. So with that being said, grab your snacks, grab your drink, because TennisReaper is here to save the day. Good morning, Max! Oh, yeah, good morning, sweeties. You don't seem like your usual sparkling self today. I'm always like this before I go out front of an audience. I'm working up on it. Tee! Don't get nervous, Maxie. Here, have a glass of milk. Regina! How fabulous, my sweetie pie. My sweetie pie princess. You came to watch my performance today? Of course I did. Mo told me that I should come and watch this. Mo said that? So, what kind of performance we put on today? Let me guess, you're flying in the end. It's not that type of show. Isn't that right, my sweeties? Huh? I think my sweetie pie princess doesn't... Yeah, she doesn't seems to realize what's going on, or even where she is. Well, Max, it looks like it's time to raise the curtains. I'll see you later. Today, I'm just a member of the audience. Fabulous. Enjoy yourself out there. Good luck, Max. You're the best. Regina's different, don't you think, Nick? Top of the morning to y'all. Everybody, let's get ready to get stuck in legal limbo. How low can you go? Mo. Top of the morning to y'all, Gavir. Top of the morning. That's the ticket. Attack of the day starts with energy in the morning. The early bird gets the worm, but then again, worms like high brain function. Ha 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 ha. Here, Max, I bought you a present. Have some. Hey, what? Oh my. Thanks. Hey, what's going on with this milk, man? That's a little bit too much milk, man. So, how are you today, right? Well, I got the feeling that today I'm going to face off against a real culprit. You mean Acro? Huh? You think he did it? Be careful. He used to put his life on the line, literally. He got guts to spare. If all I got to worry about is how thin the tightrope is, I'm used to it already. It just means I won't be able to press him like I can other witnesses. What are you gonna do then, Nick? I guess today we just have to do without our usual psychological warfare. Today we rely on evidence. It's the only way we'll get past Acro and to the truth. You're right, but it's gonna be tough. Anyways, I want you to make sure that Regina sees it all today. It's important. Then she finally have to deal with the reality of what happened to her father. You want us to make sure Regina watches? Yes, that's why I brought her here to court today. What's that supposed to mean? She needs to know that when people die, they don't just become stars. I may be an old-fashioned clown, but I don't believe in people becoming stars. Alright, I hear you, Mo. Alright, here we go. Court is now in session for the trial of Maximilian Galactica. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Very well, Ms. Von Coma, you may proceed with your case. The prosecution would like to revise its previous test theories or events. What is the meaning of this? We have discovered a new witness, or shall I say, a new eyewitness. One that saw Maximilian Galactica fly off from the scene of the crime. Wow. Order! Order! I had a feeling something like this will come up. Due to this revision, we are now prepared to explain how the defendant flew that night. An explanation the prosecution will present if the need so arises. In fact, my detectives stayed up all night creating a mock-up of the scene on my orders. Poor Gumshoe, and a killing Gumshoe. Very Very well. Please call your witness to the stand. Time to get to work, or shall I say, time to walk on the courtroom tightrope. I knew it. And he brought the birds with him, too. Name and occupation. King Dingling, but everyone calls me Acro. I'm employed as an acrobat at the very big circus. Where were you? Well, wrong voice. Where were you the night of the crime? I was in my room that night. If you look at the map, you will see the witness room is near the crime scene. My room is on the 3rd floor. The crime scene is below my window. The night of the crime? The witness saw something quite shocking? Would you tell us what you witnessed? Okay. First testimony of Acro. Look like he's tough too. It was just after 10 p.m. I was resting in my bed. Around that time, I heard a large thump noise from outside the window. Then, a few moments later, I saw someone flying right by my window. It was Max Galactica. I only saw him from behind, but that's who it looked like. To be honest, when I saw that, I thought I was dreaming. Okay. This witness testimony match up exactly with that of the clown? If that's the case, there's very little prosecution he added. All that left is to explain how the defendant disappeared into the sky that night. Before we get that far, I'd like to cross-examine the witness. A foolish choice, but a foolish fool who wishes to feel the foolish sadness of a sad fool. A man must know the proper timing for things, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Just like your old friend, Mr. Miles Edgeworth did. Oh, dang, why you gotta talk about edgy like that? Damn. Mr. Wright, do you have a problem with the witness testimony? In a word, Ms. Vaughn, comma, may I quote yesterday's proceedings? There is no way that actually happened. Very well, you may proceed with your cross-examination. Alright, I'm questioning everything. It was just after 10 p.m. I was resting in my bed. Okay, that looks right. Around that time, I heard a large thump noise from outside the window. Your room is on the 3rd floor, right? Yes. And you said that you were resting in bed? That is correct. But you were still able to hear a sound from outside? I was indeed. President Acro doesn't seem to get the results. But maybe something was contradictory in what he said just now. What's the matter, Mr. Wright? Nothing, Your Honor. Until I can find a clear contradiction, I should tread lightly. Yeah, he didn't even say anything. In a few minutes, I saw someone flying right by my window. Who'd you see? Are you sure it was a human being? It could have been a mannequin or perhaps a large action figure. Well, setting aside the possibility of mannequins and action figures is plausible. You have no need to mince words with Mr. Phoenix Wright. Testify the truth and own the truth, just as we were there with you that night. I believe it was a human. Yeah, I just corrected his testimony. I wonder if Acro's statement jives with the facts. I don't see nothing wrong with that. What's the matter, Mr. Wright? Nothing, Your Honor. Until I can find a clear contradiction, I should tread lightly. Didn't really see anything. Saw it from behind. The light in your room was turned off then, right? That's true. I was going to bed after all. So with the lights off, you were still able to see the human fly by your window? The safety lights lit things up enough for me to see. But honestly, there was only enough light for me to see the silhouette outside my window. It was a person back, so I couldn't see the white roses on the front. Did you see any of the other symbols? I clearly saw the silk hat, as well as the cloak wrapped around his body. I'm convinced the person I saw was Max Galactica. The more I press him, the less results I get. But maybe there was something fishy with his latest bit of testimony. Nothing. What's the matter, Mr. Wright? Nothing, Your Honor. Until I can find a clear contradiction, I better not overdo it. Yeah, he's not giving anything up. To be honest, when I saw that, I thought I was dreaming. When you start thinking that you saw was a dream? That's not important. I believe that the prosecution has done a bit of maintenance on the witness memory. Just to make sure, let me ask the witness. Ow! Objection! Sustained! Don't just saying that. Echo must be lying what he saw, right? Of course he is. Now the challenge would be to spoil his lies in court. Well, put the pedal to the metal, Nick. I'm working on it. It was just after 10? I gotta question that. You said that you were resting in bed. One does assume that you turned the lights off in your room, correct? That's correct. But there are safety lights around outside the lodging house. It's so bright, sometimes it can make it hard to sleep. If that were the case, would it be a good idea to close some curtains? I never really thought of that. I guess that means I'm off to buy some curtains. Ahaha, sometimes I do myself. Useful in any chambers? Ow! The witness will proceed with his testimony. Okay, he has a weakness somewhere. Damn, he's tough. About the time I heard all stuff. I saw someone flying by my window. It was messing. I saw him. I gotta question that part. The light in your room was turned off then, right? That's true. I was going to bed after all. So with the light while you were still able to see the clearly with human flying by your window? The safety lights there must be enough to see, but honest, there was enough light for me to see the Chevrolet outside my window. It was a person back, so I could see the white rose. Could not see the white roses. Did you see any of the other symbols? I clearly saw the silk hat as well, the cloak wrapped around his body. Oh. I'm convinced that the person I saw was Max Galactica. The more I press him, the less results I seem to get, but maybe there was something fishy with his latest bit of testimony. There is a testimony. There's a huge contradiction with the testimony that was just given. If there's a contradiction, then prove it with evidence. She's right. Let's see some evidence. Do you have any evidence to support your claim of a contradiction? His hat. He said that the hat, he saw his hat and his cloak wrapped around here, but if I remember correctly, the hat was laying on the ground in the snow, so there's no way he could that. You claim to have seen the exact same thing Mo saw that night. Do you stand by that? What do you mean? The silk hat. What about the silk hat? I saw the Max head as he flew by my window. Well, you should have tried looking down out of your window that night. That would have been quite difficult considering the state that I'm in. Just looking outside the window is tough enough challenge for me. That's a shame because you wouldn't notice a silk hat found on the scene. That's a remaster hat, right? Afraid not. No matter how you look at it, this is Max silk hat. Where are you going with this, Mr. Wright? Are you saying that Max had two silk hats? No, this is a handmade, one-of-a-kind model made only for Maximilian Galactica. Which means, Acro, that you've been filming on the stand. That's right, he's been filming. Order! Order! As always, it looked like someone just had to open their mouth before thinking. Are you okay, Nick? Well, a bit mouth, and now I have to back it up. How about it, Mr. Wright? What would cause this witness to commit perjury in this court today? He has a grudge against Max. No, I don't think so. Echo is dreaming. He's culprit. Your Honor, on this occasion, the defense accuses Acro himself. On this occasion? Accuses Acro? What in the world are you accusing him of? Obviously, we accuse him of murder of Mr. Russell Berry. Ooh. Mr. Wright, are you serious? Deadly serious, Your Honor. Ha ha ha, I think your trip to the circus has served you well. You seem to have learned how to try and grab an audience's hearts and mind. That means, Your Honor, don't allow yourself to be swayed by theatrics. Try to wow the crowd with smokes and mirrors is the oldest buff in the book. Really? If you don't believe me, just look at the witness. He's calm enough for it to almost be scary. He is staying rather calm and clear. What are the birds coming pucking at me for?
Miss Dingley, do you have a response to the defense accusation?
I don't really need to say a thing, do I?
What do you mean?
Everyone, take a good look at me. I can't even stand up by myself, let alone leave the lodging house.
That's true.
I understand that Mr. Wright is just trying to help his client. But to do this by accusing me of murder of all things. Uh-oh. See, even silver common sense make it clear the accusation is ludicrous. Wow, you see how he flipped that on me? She's right. Way to pick on this ever, you heartless, cruel man. Oh, dang, y'all gonna turn on me? Finish to the poopy head. See that, Mr. Phoenix Wright? If you're trying to drum up support from the peanut gallery, that's how you do it. I think that's enough of this little game. I got a doctor's note to confirm that Acro is unable to stand under his own power. Maybe the defense is planning on making a claim to counter this as well? I can hear the defense now. Acro had an accomplice.
What do you say about this, Mr. Wright? Did Acro have an accomplice?
Yeah, he did. I think he did. It's impossible for Acro to be the murderer in this case. If that's the case, then it's natural for one to consider possible accomplice.
You don't say.
Not good. Not good. This isn't going to end well. Don't tell me you think you're going to get off this easy. What? You must not have heard the sound just now. Maybe it wasn't clear enough for you. The sound of you falling in your own trap can be hard to notice sometimes.
Mr. Wright, it seems as you won't be stopping Acro, but will be making an accusation. If Acro did not have accomplice, things are not looking good for you.
I understand, Your Honor.
Oh. Very well, let's continue. Who, perhaps, would have the Acro accomplice?
Gotta be the... I'm gonna say him.
You! You don't say!
Uh-oh, this is suddenly looking very, very bad. Don't tell me you think you're going to get off that easy. What? Oh, did you hear that?
Hear what?
The sound of you getting caught in your own trap. What a splendid accomplice. I'm sure this accusation is built on solid foundation.
Foundation? Yes, Mr. Wright. Do you have any proof that this person you accused was his accomplice?
Probably not. Probably not. Ah, shoot. Do you have... No, I probably don't have it. Dang, I can't back out either. Yeah, I can't back out. I know I missed that.
Mr. Wright.
Yes, Your Honor.
And this piece of evidence is lacking persuasion power.
You didn't miss that sound, did you, Mr. Phoenix Wright? You know, the sound of you receiving a penalty?
Oh, shoot. Alright.
Alright.
What are you doing, Nick?
Alright, that's right.
What do you say about this? Did Acro have a compass?
Probably didn't. Now then, this must be where we hear the name of the mystery accomplice. Not this time, Von Karma. What? You're not going to sucker me into this one.
What are you blabbing about, Mr. Wright?
There was no accomplice. Acro planned and committed this murder all by himself.
Order! Order! What are you getting at?
Way to keep them on your toes, Nick! Now I'm going to have to prove how it all fits together. I have to show how Acro murdered Russell Berry.
Can you do it, Nick? Can you really do it?
I know what I can't do. I can't stop now. If I stop attacking, I'm doomed.
Alright, then let's do it!
Mr. Phoenix Wright, if this witness is the killer, then his eyewitness account is all lies, right?
Mr. Wright, I'd like you to clear something up for me. When the crime was committed, exactly where was Mr. Dingling?
He was here. I was here in the entire time.
That's Acro's room.
Pretty simple, eh? Acro wasn't able to leave the lodging house by himself, In that case, there can be only one correction. Echo didn't leave his room to kill the ringmaster. What? Are you nuts?
What are you? What say you, Mr. Tingling?
It's an interesting theory. Okay. Huh? That's it? Consider that what you propose impossible. Yes, that's it.
Ah, he ain't cracking at all. Mr. Wright.
Yes, Your Honor.
As the witness has stated, your assertion is impossible. As he's in a wheelchair, there is no way he could go to the scene or be the killer.
You got a point. It seems you've forgotten once again, Mr. Phoenix Wright. The defense was clearly spotted at the scene of the crime. That's true. Mo said he saw Max, did he? But Maya, it's still impossible for humans to fly. Do you mind if I ask a question, Mr. Wright? What is it? I understand some of your logic. However, how do you think that I killed him? If I can't leave my room, I obviously couldn't wear Max's costume. How did he do it? That's the next quarter legal buffet. Be careful, Nick, if you mess up here. She's right, I can't mess up here. I got to get this one serious start. I'm sure that Echo killed the ringmaster, and he did it while he was in his room, no doubt about that.
Time to enlighten us as to how Mr. Tingling committed the crime, Mr. Wright.
Can't present it now. I think we finally be graced with the explanation. Don't push it, Von Karma. What? You aren't going to sucker me in this time. I'm smart enough to know when I don't have the cards to play in my hand suck right now.
Huh? What do you mean, Mr. Wright?
He means that everything he said up till now has all been nonsense. Oh? It's true, right? If you can't establish proof of your murder theory, then it's nonsense. He's trying to fool us by playing some Mr. Ratchet game. What? It looks like this isn't going to pass muster. Nick, you gotta show them some evidence. Easier said as done.
So what would it be, Mr. Wright?
I'm going to present some evidence.
So what did Miss Tingling use to commit the crime of the murder against Mr. Perry?
Dang, you give me another penalty? That's bullcrap. Let me see. No, that's not it. Let's see. Okay, this got to be it here. It has to be it. Take that. There you go.
What's that? A picture?
It is indeed. The problem with is the was it? Upside. It is indeed. The problem is with the item that shows in the picture.
The bus?
It's quite a large bus, and because it is life size, it's also very, very heavy. Heavy? Heavy enough to guarantee a certain death. Especially if it's dropped from third-story window. Ah! See, this is how Acro was able to kill the ringmaster. With the force of gravity and Maximilia Galactica ample bus. Yes, that's right, jury.
Order! Order! So, you say the bus fell on the ringmaster?
A rather simple crime. Even if you were stuck in a wheelchair, it would be incredibly easy to commit. How could you possibly wield a wheelchair with something so heavy? It's impossible. Well, Acro is an acrobat. He should have more than enough upper body strength to carry something like the bus.
Mr. Tingling, how do you sponsor these charges?
Oh, you got that look. Well, Acro's at a loss for words. He should be. He knows that I'm getting close to the truth. Well, Acro, you can't. Ow! Watch what I say if I were you, Mr. Phoenix Wright. What? Your Honor, the physical health of the witness is material to this case. I demand we get proper testimony from the witness himself.
Testimony, you say?
Von Karma. She just uses this testimony as a ruse to stall for time. There is absolutely no need for such testimony. The defense has inferred of the murder. The prosecution has the right to respond.
The defense objection is overruled.
Why can't he see things my way once in a while?
Mr. Dingling, I'm sorry, but we need you to testify about your physical condition. If you have any doubts about your ability to testify, we can request expert testimony.
The witness we have no problem. However, let's not be respectful towards him. Thank you. That woman will seek to any low to win the case. That's crap. That's messed up. She getting all the calls. I suppose I could have lifted something the size of that bus. I have strong upper body from working as an acrobat and only my legs were injured. However, lifting the bus and looking out the window would be impossible. There's no way I could exert that type of force on my lower body. That makes it possible for me to have known the location of the ringmaster's head. Thus, it would be unrealistic for me to drop the bus on him, don't you think?
I have no doubts in regard to this witness testimony.
It was impossible for him to lift the bus and stick himself out that far enough to look. Not to mention, he could not have known the location of the ringmaster's head. A single false step would have led to even more severe injuries.
That's what I was thinking. What is your opinion on this matter, Mr. Wright?
I'd still like to proceed with my cross-examination. He simply stalled it. It's shameful, really. Girl, I can't let her get to me. I got to focus. He did something. Alright, let's go ahead and break you down, sir. I know you hid it. And we kind of know you did it. I suppose I could have left this up the side of it. Yeah, you could. Have you ever lifted up the bus before? No, I never actually lifted it up with my own two hands. But I should get to it, don't you think? I can't let money outdo me on this one. Money? That's crazy. Must have lifted a mass bus before? Interesting.
Please continue with your testimony, Mr. Dingling.
I have a strong upper body for working as an acrobat and only my legs were injured. So what have you been doing to keep in shape? Well, honestly, I gave up on training. I don't have any plans to return to the trapeze or the tightrope. You don't say. But no offense, I'm not worried about losing to you in a race or anything. Uh-oh. Neither am I, Mr. Phoenix Wright.
I wouldn't lose either, slowpoke. Nick.
Whoa. How did the discussion turn on me all of a sudden? I suppose you could say that I'm stronger than the average bear. However, lifting the bus and looking out the window would be impossible. Test that. And why is that? Because if I would do that, I'd end up falling out the window myself. I still haven't got much feeling back in my legs yet.
So you couldn't have thrown that bus out the window.
There's no way I could exert that kind of energy force in my lower body. That makes it possible for me to have known the location. Hold that. Why do you say it would be impossible? Allow me to explain. You'll accept that if I was carrying the bus, I couldn't see out below the window. Thus, there's no way I would know the location of the ringmaster's head. Well, I suppose you got a point.
Hey, Nick!
Huh?
What if you turn this around? Maybe if you think of this sort of like this.
Okay.
If he knew the location of the ringmaster's head, then he could drop the bus.
That does make sense. If only I could prove somehow. The acro knew the location of the ringmaster without looking down. I think I already explained things sufficiently. Thus, it would be unreasonable for me to drop the bus, so don't you think?
I don't know.
If all you had to do was to drop it, then it wouldn't be a problem at all. If I had to drop it, you're right, I could have done that. However, there's no way that I could land directly on the ringmaster's head.
So that kind of makes your theory be pointless, doesn't it, Mr. Wright?
I could be strong enough to lift the bus.
The main problem is how he could have aimed for the ringmaster's head.
I wonder if he used some type of tool to aim for the ringmaster.
That's a ticket, Nick. Show what you got.
I have to be careful. I have to find something that fit perfectly with the case.
I don't remember us finding any sort of tool. But maybe if we overlook something. Also, let's see, I have thought about the warfare. There's no way I could exert that type of force on my lower body that makes it possible for me to have no location. Thus, it would enrich me to drop the bus, so don't you think? I think we got something here. Let's go to present. Here's I think what you did. Since it's impossible to find a location to drop it on his head, let's say you could place something there, like this. Place it at a location, and then he walk outside, try to open a box, or try to open a box, and then you drop it on his head, like so. Akko, you didn't really need to lean out the window, did you? Why are you dropping that, Mr. Wright? You already knew ahead of time what the remaster head was going to be. Quite precisely, I may add. You silly hitting at things is pointless, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Now, Starly, how about you show us some evidence? But I did such a good job hitting.
Yes. Hurry up and explain this, Mr. Wright.
May you should take a look at this. The key point here is the wooden box.
The same wooden box that the victim was found hunched over?
The same. The question is, who placed the wooden box here? Who? When Ben and company saw the ringmaster, they didn't see him holding the box, which means that the wooden box was already placed at the scene of the crime.
I have to admit that your theory makes a lot of sense.
The moment that the bus came falling down was exactly the same moment that the ringmaster lifted up this wooden box. Which means that the answer to all these questions is now crystal clear.
You mean? If the bus were to fall upon a point marked up by the wooden box,
there was no way they could miss the head of the victim.
No!
That's right, yeah, that's right.
Order! This is unbelievable!
Oh yes, finally, some of these loose ends are starting to tie themselves up. Now, I just gotta keep going, and there's only one way to go from here. Forward.
So, the next question I have is, who placed that wooden box at the scene of the crime?
It was Mr. Dingling, of course. He connected to a rope, and then all he had to do was load it down.
Ow!
Allow me to whip some sense into you. Ow! Mr. Phoenix, ow! The ringmaster's head could have been anywhere when he lifted the box. That's why the box was specifically made. Specially made? Indeed. It had the most peculiar feature. The size of the box, the size of the box, the weight of the box, the content of the box. The size of the box was big. The weight of the box was important. The content of the box, we don't care about the pepper, so it has to be the weight because it has to be heavy. The box has a remarkable weight. Weight?
According to the court records, it weighed 20 pounds.
Just to lift up this wooden box would require.
Oh, I see. One would have to squat down, then lift it up with their body. What you say?
That's exactly what I was trying to point out. The box is also very large.
The box also has carry handles on either side, doesn't it?
That is correct. To lift up the box, you have to squat down. Which means that no matter who you are, your head would be in approximately the same place.
Fool!
Yeah, that's right, Phoenix Wright. Oh, he's so relaxed. Not even threatened. Does he even bother to listen to me anymore? I heard what you had to say. Okay. I must admit, I'm shocked at your imaginary skills.
Did you do it? Did you place this wooden box in the plaza?
Mr. Wright may have a vivid imagination, but I could never have done what he's proposing. What? Mr. Wright, do you recall the original location of Mac's bus? Yeah, it was in the kitchen. Cafeteria. Of course I remember. It was on the top of the table in the cafeteria.
Then what happened to it?
I'd like you to remember one important fact, Mr. Wright. I could not possibly leave the larger house by myself.
Ah, that means...
You understand what I mean, don't you? I may very well have been able to drop the bus from my room. However, how would I have gotten the bus from the cafeteria to my room? Good question. He can't answer a good question. You see, Mr. Phoenix Wright, explain that. Don't forget, you say there was no accomplice. God dang it. Oh, got that whip. Tell us exactly how the witness would have carried the bus from the cafeteria. Yeah, we definitely have a problem here. But this is no place to get perplexed. I got to get my wits about it and prove how things happen once and for all.
Alright, Mr. Wright, let me hear an explanation. How did the witness get the bus from the cafeteria back in his room?
You know what? Here's the thing about it, because Mr. Dingley has convinced her that Money the Monkey can carry something heavy. So he had to carry it there because it was shiny at the time. So guess what? It's Money the Monkey.
A monkey?
Everyone knows Money. He loves shiny objects of any size.
Oh, like when he stole the ventriloquist wing?
So, are you saying the witness had a monkey stealing the bus? Of course he didn't order the monkey to steal it. The monkey stole it on his own, and then brought it back home. Yeah, that's right.
Home?
Money lives in Ackle's room.
Ackle's room?
But the bus was bronze, wasn't it? Bronze isn't all that shiny. Objection that. Maybe you should put the whip down sometimes and read the court records.
My, those are some very nice cards he's holding.
Yes, and they are made of platinum, which is very shiny.
Wow!
Acro. Money is strong monkey, right? It'd be easy for him to bring the bus back to your room. If he wasn't able to handle it himself, I'll be on the market for a new roommate.
Okay. Order! Order! I say order! Miss Forecoma! Where is this bus in the question at this moment?
I don't know. We're searching for it as we speak.
This is rather strange turn of events. But let's say that the money had not stolen the bus. What would have happened then?
Well, in that event, something else would have been used as a murder weapon.
Wait. Did you mean this bus was a murder weapon purely by accident?
It's possible. Maybe Acro saw Money mounted on stolen goods and thought to use one of them. Anyways, I think we more than proving one critical fact. Namely, that it was entirely possible that Acro was the murderer.
Moron!
That's right, that's right.
Mr. Wright's argument was so circular, I'm still a bit dizzy. However, his argument does hold water. There's no denying that.
Now! Don't seem so bamboozled, especially by this fraud of attorney. Fraud? You forgot the absolute most important thing, Mr. Phoenix Wright. And what is that? You should know. You forgot that your fraud of a magical client was spotted at the scene of the crime. Ah! There's no reason to doubt the clown's testimony.
That is true. How do you respond to that, Mr. Wright?
Nick, don't let her beat you now! I won't. This is my chance to turn this trial around. When the murder occurred, there were two people at the scene of the crime. One was the victim, Russell Berry, and the other was the murderer himself. Answer this, and only this, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Who was the murderer the clown saw? Who was the murderer? The murderer? Who was the murderer? Has to be... Gotta be that. He saw mass blood. Ow! I asked you, who was the other person most saw on the scene? That evidence has nothing to do with the question. Objection. En contraire, mon frère, it does indeed have something to do with the question. Mo said that he saw Max cigarette, but he did not actually see the man himself. It wasn't a human being he saw. That's right, that's right.
How is this possible?
It's simple, really. What Mo actually saw that night was Max's butt. What are you talking about? Have you tried to use your brain and all in this case? The silhouette he saw was wearing a cloak. There was no reason why you couldn't attach a cloak to a bus. It would be easy to hang one of those off this car in the bus hands.
Idiot! Who that right man will put a cloak on a bus?
It doesn't matter who put it on the bus.
Just wait a minute now, Mr. Wright. Who put the cloak on the bus? That question is of the utmost importance to this case, don't you agree?
Don't! He caught me.
So let's have it, Mr. Wright. Who put the cloak on the bus?
Hey, who put it on there? Who put it on there? Could be her, him. Nope, no, none of these had of us. He was the only ones wearing it. Would have been him, but he was already inside, so it had to be you.
Fool! Him?
You're saying it was the victim himself, Russell Berry?
That's what I'm saying.
The victim himself placed the clothes on the bus.
Place the cloak isn't really the right way to put it.
And what would be the right way to put it, Mr. Wright?
Explain yourself. Nick, do you know how to handle all this?
I'm fine, Mike. I'm finally putting all the pieces together. There's really only one picture I can paint. Anyway. Alright. So you want to know what really happened that night? Let's step back in time. Ackroyd used a rope to lower the wooden box onto the scene. Then he attached the rope to the bus and dangled the bus out of his bedroom window directly above the wooden box. At the same time, the ringmaster told Max to wait in his room and went to the scene. Of course, at the time, the ringmaster was wearing Max's costume. Perhaps he didn't want anyone to recognize him that night. But just as he feared, he was spotted at the entrance of the lodging house by none other than the ventriloquist and his puppet, Ben and Trillo. When the ringmaster arrived at the scene, he bent over to lift the wooden box. And that's when Ackroyd took his chance and released the rope. Now this is when the magic happens. At the very instant that the bus hit the victim.
That's stupid. There's no way in the world that would happen.
That makes no sense.
Now you wait just a second, Mr. Phoenix Wright. As much as you try, as much as you scheme, this isn't just true. It can't be.
It's still a little early to get so upset, Miss Von Karma. This circuit isn't over yet.
What?
Yeah, this is stupid. It don't make any sense. The impact of the bus on the victim threw the cloak up, which snagged onto the bus. That impact also caused the sound of a certain witness heard, prompting him to take a look. That witness was, of course, Lawrence Mo Curls, the clown. When Mo looked outside his window, the cloak had already snagged onto the bus. Now, having completed the crime, Ackroyd naturally went about pulling up the murder weapon. Of course, he had no idea that Mo saw the bus being raised with the cloak dangling on it. Prominent because in his wheelchair, he couldn't see out his window. So he just kept pulling the bus up.
That's stupid. It don't make any sense.
And that's how the magical murderer disappearing into the sky came to be. What the heck? Everybody look like, yeah. So you see, the only person who could pull this off is the one person who's able to drop the murder weapon from above the crime scene. Ackroyd. It could only have been you. And he's still relaxed.
Ackroyd been playing mind games with us, all of us.
He sure has. But he has come to the end of his rope now.
So,
what now? You graced us with a rather long-winded tale. But do you have any evidence to prove that your fairy tale is true?
Evidence?
In this court, only two things matter. The power of evidence and the power of my will.
Wow. Don't forget the power of my gavel as well. Mr. Wright, the prosecution bring up a good point. Can we see some evidence?
Nick, they say they want evidence.
I just explained how there can be one possible murder method, but there's still something unusual about Mo's eyewitness account.
Unusual?
A contradiction, actually.
Okay, then. Use that and get out of the jail. That's enough talking about yourself. Proceed, Mr. Wright. Present some evidence to the court that back up your claim. I want hard proof that you will have unraveled the trick to this magic case.
Could it be this? Oh, that's not good. Oh, dang it. Yeah,
Try again.
damn. If they had been silent for 2 more seconds, I would have screamed.
Nick, they said they were evidence.
I just explained it can be on one possible murder weapon, but there's still something unusual about both eye with this.
Unusual?
A contradiction, Ashley.
Okay, use that and get out of the jail. That's enough talking about yourself. Proceed, Mr. Wright. Present some evidence to the court that back up your claim. I want hard proof that you have unraveled this trick to this magic case.
The problem is Mac's 3 symbols. You know, the silk hat, the cloak, and the white roses.
Those symbols were probable numerous times through yesterday's proceedings.
Yesterday, there were 2 contradictions in Mo's testimony. The silk hat was one, the white roses were the other. But the theory I just presented explains all these contradictions.
You fool! Do you ever shut up?
Mac's silk hat was found at the scene of crime. However, remember what Mo said yesterday. He testified that the criminal he saw fleeing the scene was wearing a silk hat. There could only one explanation for that. The silk hat Mo saw was actually the bus.
Makes sense. If you look at it that way, then he did see the silk hat. Well, sort of.
Fine, you got one, but what about the other contradiction?
The other contradiction?
Remember what that ventriloquist said in court? He said he with his white roses on Mac's chest that night. But the clown testimony doesn't match. The clown said there were no white roses. I'd like to see you try and explain that one right away.
Can you do it, Nick?
Of course, I can explain it all.
What was that?
Please recall the instant when the cloak snagged off the bus. If the cloak snagged onto the bus, what happened to the white roses? Oh yeah, that stupid thing again. Do you get it yet? If the cloak got snagged on the front of the bus, it means that the white roses would end up on the back of the bus.
Aha!
Which explains why Mo didn't see them. The white roses were not only visible because they were on the back side of the bus. That's right. Ripping her testimony apart.
Order! Order! This is quite a shocking state of affairs. Mr. Wright, theory still sounds a bit absurd to me. However, let's just keep going down the road for a while and see where it leads.
Let's do this thing! And maybe before coming, we'll finally do it in town!
I don't think she threw the towel at all. She looks relaxed. He looked relaxed too. Man, this is not good.
Well, so much for that theory.
Mr. Wright, do you mind? What is it? You took the time to research our circus, didn't you? Well, yes, I did. Is there something making you think that I didn't? If you did, then maybe you understand why I think you're off track. Why is that?
I don't know. This witness feel an incredible depth of gratitude towards the remaster. Anyone with any relation to the circus is well aware of this.
Damn, you're right. No murder.
Thus, there's absolutely no way someone like this will kill the ringmaster.
Good point.
Your Honor, I'd like you to hear Akro's story. Learn about his relationship with the ringmasters and his life up until now. What we do? There's no doubt that Akro deeply respects the ringmaster.
Yeah, he does, because he had really nothing against him, so we're in trouble. Akro motive.
It seems that the case isn't over yet. Very well. However, I feel this is a good place to take a break. I will listen to the rest of Mr. Dingley's testimony after recess. This court will now take a 10-minute recess.
Oh my god. Oh my god, this guy's Aqua's tough. Yeah, Aqua's tough. He's not messing around. He's not giving in that easy. He's probably by far the toughest of all of them. And while probably the lady for the other mission, Eni, they be tough. They're not giving things that easy, so we're gonna have to break him all the way down. But thanks everybody for watching the gameplay of Phoenix Wright, Justice for All. And we'll be back until next time. And hopefully we can finally get behind Aqua defense. Thanks everybody for watching. I am out.